$0.59. Where is everybody? Hey, one person. Hey, D-Star. Who else is on here? I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna start because I ain't staying here that long now. You know where I'm at. So, Chick-fil-A. I was trying to work on applying for the job that's hiring. The U.S. Census is hiring. So I was online trying to apply, but the position where they're hiring millions of people, well, let me see, let's say this, thousands of people in the coming months for the 2020 census. They'll be hiring a lot of people throughout the country and to be enumerators. And they're going to be hiring people. You know, they already started the first wave of people here in Atlanta, which is in Cobb County. I had a friend, she applied months ago, and she got a call a couple of days ago, and they started calling people as we speak to work for the census. Basically, you're a numerator, you go around to people's homes and you're taking the census. So they'll be hiring thousands of people. So I was trying to apply online because I had applied on paper and I mailed my application in months ago, but I was trying to apply online, but I can't find the official job announcement for that particular position. But I've seen a whole bunch of different websites that's hiring through that, some other ways or means of hiring. And I can assure you that as the months go by, especially when the fall comes, they're going to be hiring a lot of people to do the census. And I have a feeling they're going to probably go to some temp agency or some agency to do the immediate hiring. But they pay about $20-something an hour. It's either going to be full time and part time. But so let me talk about my topic because people will jump on later on, I guess. So this coming July, somewhere around the middle of July, it will be 3 years since I started doing those. It will be 3 years since I did these gig jobs because I started doing. I know I started like late June, right around this time, around late June, July, and it will be 3 years. It would have been the third year since I would have done the gig jobs. So it gets to a point where it's time to bail out. Not bail out, but it's time to kind of say, you know what, doing these gig jobs, whether you're doing Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, DoorDash, Instacart, Ship, those particular apps, it gets to a point where it's time to say, you know what, it's not really gonna be profit. I ain't gonna say profitable because you're really not gonna make anything. You're never gonna be profitable with these gigs. These gig jobs were meant to be extra income or money on the side or to supplement your current, to supplement a full-time job just to make extra money for special occasions, small term goals, even money to start something much more bigger than being an Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub driver or whatever. Now, I've decided to dismiss myself from a lot of YouTubers who trying to give updates about these major apps, Grubhub and DoorDash. They call themselves reporting the news. I kind of unsubscribe to a lot of those people's channels. I no longer watch the ones who were big in the community. The Appreneur, Pay to Drive, Michael, whatever the hell his name is, I kind of stopped those particular type of videos, those particular YouTubers who speaks about, DoorDash and Grubhub and they call them, trying to put money in your pocket, but the only money that's going in anyone's pocket are them, you know. Now I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to cause no kind of spill no tea or start any problems, but people who focus on trying to call themselves educating people about these different apps, I guess it's getting a little bit played out. It's played out. When people say, "Oh, let me give you tips on how to maximize your money to make more money with these apps and da 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 da," it's not going to work in terms of maximizing income with these apps. I've been doing it for, it would have been 3 years coming up that I've done these apps. Now I'm still logged on or subscribed to Amazon Flex, and yeah, pretty much that's it. All the other ones fell to the wayside. And when it's time to move on, is when one is not enjoyable no more. Two, you're not being appreciated. Someone told me yesterday, when we was discussing about the situation, the issues in California, of how they're going to switch over from employees to independent contractors and Lyft and Uber. What about Terry Tips? Oh, I'm not looking at his videos either. I can't support people channels who doesn't necessarily support my channel. And I ain't got nothing against Terry. Good luck to him. But he hasn't really been making a whole lot of videos either, to be honest. He hasn't. He hasn't made that much. He has not made that many videos lately. And to me, it's like, what's the point? What's the point of looking at these people's videos? I don't do Uber no more. I don't do Uber Eats. I don't do any of those apps. So, and to be honest, it's getting a little bit boring. It's getting a little bit boring, and it's just stupid to me, especially certain YouTubers, which I'm not going to say their names, but it's like one moment you talking about this person insulted me, this person stole my content. You make the same video that someone made 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. I don't like you. I don't like YouTube no more. It made me depressed. And then you come back. Then I see something pop up on my read about these two particular people collaborating together. I didn't even watch it because I said, you know what, that's stupid. Because the whole thing was fake to me. It was fake. It was staged. I don't give a damn what anybody say because I'm not going to get into that issue. I'm not going to even talk about it because I looked at that video. I didn't even look at the video. I didn't even click on it. I didn't even see it because I was like, I don't even care. You know, most people who make these YouTube videos that talks about tips and advice on Uber, Lyft, you know, when the beginning 3 years ago, their main objective was to get subscribers to sign up so they could get that referral money. And once that referral money dried up, once they weren't making no more money, the value of their videos went down, in my opinion. It went from being, oh, let's help one another to make more money. Let's do this and let's do that. But they were doing it more so to line their own pockets. Now, I'm not saying, the referral money is not good and you shouldn't go for it. But the ones who made the most money from the referrals came in at a stage when it was hot, when it was popping. But when you start seeing every single car you watch, you see Uber Lyft stickers in the car. And the rates went down to the point where you have to almost work 20, 30 hours extra to make the same amount of money. I knew it was time to go. It was time to say, you know what? That's it. When your car is run to the ground and you have a car that's out of commission and you started, you have to either one, spend a lot of money to get it fixed. Two, it'll be time you get a brand new car or another newer car, a used car or whatever. You know, that is when it's time to move on. you know. And Uber and Lyft, a lot of people like to speak about, the saturation of the market. They keep data and track of information like that. If you are a full-time driver or whether you do deliveries or whatever the case may be, you figure that if you work 60, 70 hours and you're driving, doing whatever deliveries, no matter how efficient your car is, you're going to eventually gonna have to replace that car. You're going to have to put in a lot of money to keep your car running. And if you don't have another backup or money set aside or some kind of money set aside by doing some other non-traditional gig jobs, to say, you know what, I'm going to do these gig jobs for 3 years, but in the meantime, let me put aside X amount of dollars, $100 a month or whatever, for 3 years or $200 or whatever the amount is, refund checks, and say, you know what, when 3 years come, 4 years come around, I know I have money to buy another car, you know. And I'm not speaking about the lease program because, there's some people, I've seen a couple of people's videos, the YouTubers, they came out of nowhere and they regurgitating the same thing that other people have done, but they make it sound like what they're doing is so unique. And it's not. And they tend to exaggerate a lot of things about, you can lease a car and I'm only paying $20 a month to lease this car. But then, but yet you're not really telling the truth. You're not telling the truth. You're not saying, okay, you already accounted for the bonus money you're making through Lyft to pay for your lease car. You already took it out. So you're not really telling the truth. You just simply, uh, not exaggerating. You're not being forthcoming in terms of telling how you really are leasing a vehicle and how much you're paying. You just simply saying, okay, I already got this money set aside. It's already been deducted because I'm not counting that as my income of the total. I'm just going to say, okay, I got the bonus, so I qualify for the lease to be no cost to me. But in actuality, you already qualified for the bonus, but they just took out the money ahead of time and you're not really disclosing that. So you're getting, there's some people who will make videos just to get subscribers and say, ooh, you're great. But you're saying, ooh, I just love your spirit. People always want to hear a good, people always want to follow up with people who be kee hee 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 and kee hee hee and being fake. They're being fake. Now, you may be generally like that or whatever, but anybody could act a certain way on camera and people be drawn to, oh, I just love their spirit. You don't know these people from hell. See, that's why I keep my videos raw. If you ever meet me, trust me, if you bring up anything about these gig jobs and whatever, I'm going to be truthful. See, I'm not going to be sugarcoating it, kikiing all over on YouTube and all this kind of stuff and just, making up content that's not true and saying, oh, I know how to put money in your pocket. I know, no, you're not. There's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of BS. And I know for a fact some people put out these big numbers and how much they make a week. And you know how that they're not making that same money because you don't see these same people anymore on YouTube. You don't see these same people on YouTube. This is one person in Chicago, Gino, whatever. He likes to make up these after they stopped getting referrals, not making money from the gig job, they stopped making videos. Exactly. They were all over the place, giving out their referral codes, making videos, and people are signing up under them, and they were giving this little glorified fairy tale of gig jobs. They were making these videos that were so rosy and so, oh, I got $12 per delivery. I got this amount of money and that, But the minute the referrals stopped coming, so did the videos. Then they started, and then there are some people, I don't know how they, put it this way, I don't know how they transitioned. I know they fell to the wayside. I was this one guy, his name was Jimmy King, they call him King James. He used to live in New York, not New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area doing Uber. And he would always be like, Uber's the shit, Uber's the thing, Uber's the blah, blah, blah. I'm moving. I want to move to Atlanta or Florida with my tech job. He had this little entry-level tech job. And he called himself King James, making talking about he was making all this money with YouTube, and it probably, not YouTube, on Grubhub, and it probably was. He probably was making decent money 3 years ago, but that's when I first came across him. Now he might have been doing Uber prior to that, but you couldn't tell him shit. He was making it sound like he was making this big time money and all this money, and he probably was 4 or 5 years ago. moved to Sandy Springs. I was like, what? I said, how the hell he moving to Sandy Springs? He can't afford to be living in no Sandy Springs, making no money at Uber. I was like, nigga, bye. You know, I said, mm-mm. You may be able to afford to live in Stone Mountain or College Park or somewhere up in the hood, but not no damn Sandy Springs. Talking about you want to live in Sandy Springs, driving Uber, and you could pay your man. What you make in a week is nowhere close to what those apartments are in rent, and there was no way. So just like LOK, hey Purpose for me, hey DJ Star again. So these people were like all up on making Uber, all up in terms of they were making this amount of money, and they were doing this and they were doing that, moving to Sandy Springs. And I said, man, you know what? I was like, why are people just being so fake and phony? Fake and phony. See, people in Atlanta, they moved to Atlanta. They want to floss. They want to make it like they think that Atlanta is like the big black mecca of wealth and all this stuff. No, boo boo. These little gig jobs and stuff, it ain't gonna make you rich. And I don't think people ever implied that. But in the beginning, um, hey Michelle, there was so many people just making up this glamorous lifestyle with these Uber and Lyft apps in Atlanta. And it wasn't. It was not. It was not. So all these changes that's going on with Uber and Lyft and all these other food delivery apps, you know, yep, still gotta physically work. You know, all these apps and stuff, it's like it really wasn't meant to do it as a full-time thing. It isn't. It's not. And I've seen, I heard some particular person, I already mentioned his name, in Chicago. He bought a new truck to, oops, he bought a new truck or up, so he could go and do Uber Black or whatever the hell you think that is, Uber, it's Leap or whatever, I don't know. And he was like, I could make six figures if I do this, and I could take all of my family out of the and buy him a house. We could all live in a big house I was like, he was running his numbers and stuff, and I'm listening to this person, and I'm like, okay. He would call people bums. He said, they're bums. Um, um, if you're not making 1,500 a week or 1,300 a week, you're not doing it right. And drop it, up in Chicago. I'm like, boy, bye too. You too. And he started talking about he went and bought another truck, and not just any kind of truck. I was like, what kind of um, payments is he making? Oh, exactly. They go ghosts. All of a sudden, you don't hear nothing about them. You don't hear nothing from them no more, or nothing of the sort. Boom, gone. Making all these claims about it, and then when that referral money started drying up, and I knew that was going to happen because I was a Lyft ambassador where I wasn't driving for Lyft. I was supposed to promote Lyft for $25 for each person they sign up. And you think I saw any of that money? Nope. I promoted Lyft with my marketing and everything. I ain't seen like a nickel from that. Same thing as those referrals for Grubhub. Grubhub gave me 1,000 cards to pass out for new diners, $10. You telling me out of $5,000, you gonna tell me I only gonna get $100 out of that amount of referral money? Exactly, insane. And and I was like, and they gave it to me twice. So Michelle, if you ever get Grubhub and they start doing these little dining clubs, and they say, "Oh, just pass up these cards. We'll pay you $10 for each new diner." Who's gonna pass up on $10 for food delivery? For $10 credit towards a delivery order or food with Grubhub, and you're gonna tell me you gave me $10,000 worth of referral cards. I'm not saying all 500 people was going to sign up, but you figured, okay, out of 500 cards, you may get about 100. One fourth or one fifth of the cards. And I know 5 people automatically. I knew personally who ordered it, so I knew that was bull crap. So they wanted me to promote for free, but they didn't want to pay. But I couldn't prove it that they weren't paying me. You know, That's why I was getting bothered with Grubhub. And then the ultimate insult was they was giving $100 bonus, no, $175 if you did so many deliveries within that week. I was already on point to getting it. All of a sudden, the app want to mess up, and then you're gonna try to, um, you know, then you're gonna try to run that scam and say, "Oh well, you didn't do it because you missed the app, you missed the delivery." How I missed the delivery? The phone is in my face. I'm looking at it. You can hear the cowbell. They were doing all kind of stuff to mess you up, and I know for a fact they was doing scam because I went to the office. And if y'all remembered when I made that video, when I went into to live stream to record the incident in the local office with that damn faggoty ass Mike. What's his name? Matthew. And I saw he was like, "I see you." They watch you. The people at the Grubhub, the local office, they have a laptop. They can see everything you doing, everything. They even somehow got across one of my YouTube videos when I was trying to tell people about some changes that was going to happen with Grubhub, and I was a beta tester at the time, and they called me. "Oh, you're not in trouble, but you can't. We're not supposed to tell you. We're not supposed to say what happened." And then the Live did the same thing. I was a beta tester with them. They called me on the phone. "Oh well, we saw one of your videos, and you ain't say nothing wrong, but we don't want you to tell nobody that you know that hasn't yet rolled out yet." So I took it down. They didn't deactivate me or punish me for that because I was always saying good things about Grubhub. I always say good things about Grubhub, and I always say good things about the Live. Now I can't tell you I said good things about that BS Instacart or Ship or any of the other ones. But those two, I never badmouth them in any of them. These companies in control of the money because they steal more from us than the IRS takes. Exactly. At least with the IRS, you could everything is published and everything is set in stone. You know, these companies, boy, I swear, and to me that was the last insult. BZ made a few videos exposing. Oops, this thing's in the way. I'm like, dang it! I had to wait till the thing goes up. Exactly. Grubhub and um most of those apps, they do look at YouTube, and then there's certain people, certain person on YouTube. I put money in your pocket. He make it say, "Oh, I hope Grubhub watches my video and we give a suggestion." Man, keep on talking. Keep on talking. Of course they yeah, companies do that. But all this kind of it's time. It's time. It is time to it gets to the point where what, that's it. There are too many other social media control. But you know what though? I sure had a whole lot to say about some of these companies like Zifty. Wait till I get on their ass. I'm gonna make a video about them. What I'm gonna do? What do you mean, Michelle? What I'm gonna do in terms of other gigs, or well, in regards to other things, I'm still doing the merchandising, but I'm not doing resets or nothing. Oh, I have a tomorrow. I have to finish my video interview with State Farm. I had took an assessment test with State Farm. They told me I passed, so I'm going to the next step with State Farm. So I got to do this video, and I have to do that tomorrow. I don't know. I have to see. I have to see where I progress with State Farm. I ain't gonna hold my breath, but I would like to get a position there. But I'm think I'm thinking of going back to school for technology, cybersecurity, get a certificate. I'm trying to get more of a real life skill set. So I'm going next week. I'm going to Gwinnett Technical College. I'm going to speak with someone in regards to my experiences. Let me see. I work a regular W-2 and do contract assignments in my profession. Nowhere can I do at work full time. It's hard. It really is. It's hard. And like I said, when I did it out of necessity because I had to sustain my emergency fund, I worked. I went and doing these gig jobs. It was not meant for me. I never said that. Ooh, I'm gonna make this my full time career profession, and this is my own business. I've been telling people that for years. This is not your business. You're a you're an independent contractor, and you're misclassified as regards to being an employee. And I've said that since I jumped on board. I even read the tax code, which the IRS actually, and I'm gonna go over this. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about why misclassification of these geek jobs is incorrect, and I'm gonna read the IRS code and Department of Labor because these employment laws are antiquated, and it has not yet updated as to what is truly an independent contractor and what is statutory employees, all of that. So that's one reason why California has changed the rules in regards to these misclassifications. Yeah, that's good, Michelle. Oh, I will do one on Zifty. I'll assure you that. They could kiss my fucking ass. That's what they could do. And trust me, it ain't gonna be hard for them to pull it up. And when they hear my message, cheap ass, how you gonna charge a customer two pretzels from any ends at the mall? It's $10. And then when I delivered it, it was $20. What the hell? $20 for two pretzels. Not a box of pretzels, two pretzels. Zifty, I wouldn't. Ooh, you ain't gotta ever worry about me ordering from them. They're a ripoff. Exactly. That's exactly what it's for. To pay your bills, small bills, and to set up a little emergency fund and set money aside. And that's it. Yeah, every year, every 6 months, it seems to me, every time around this time of the year, it's always something going on. Every year around this time of the year, something major always changes with these apps. And Uber and Lyft, they are not going to increase no fare. They're gonna give this little okay. You could be a premier, whatever, and you get access to what? You ain't getting no more money. How you think they're gonna? How you gonna? How can you? You can't regulate. We're gonna give all the good orders to the best driver. If you're not the closest driver to that restaurant, it doesn't make a difference whether you are premier or regular or whatever. If you're the closest one to that restaurant and you can get that food delivered to that customer, that is who's going to make the money. It has nothing to do with 5.0 rating and all that stuff. If you live 30, 40 minutes away and an order is $12, and another person who is closest to that restaurant who has a 3.0 rating, who do you think is going to get the order? The person who's the closest to that restaurant. It has nothing to do with premiere and this and that. And that's what that damn schedule. You get to choose the schedule first. You get to choose the hours and you get to pick. Man, girl probably kiss my fucking ass because the only thing they did was, yeah, the only thing they do is if you get the guarantee and you got 30 hours guaranteed, they still pay that $10 guarantee. They're gonna give you exactly the $300, and you make $20 over, and that's it. But then who's to say? The algorithm is set to pay certain amounts based on how long you've been gone and your behavior and accelerated of offer. Exactly. That's why Zifty told me it wasn't efficient for you to be on our platform because I didn't want to because you wanted me to work in the early morning and mid lunch, and because I only choose to work 3 hours on a certain area and that's it, and I maximize my money, but I wasn't efficient because I wasn't working on your terms. Because I wasn't working on your terms, it wasn't efficient. He said, you know what, you're right. You are absolutely right. Because I already overheard them say one time that they were losing business, and they had to get rid of people anyway. Zifty started off as the drivers were regular employees when they first started. Now, like I tell you, they've been there 14, 15 years. But then when all the other apps came along, it took a lot of their business, and then they started using ChowNow. ChowNow is also used by Postmates and DoorDash. If y'all didn't know that, you know, and Postmates is a thief. One time I picked up an order from Postmates. It was a $40 tip and whatever. I paid it with a little PEX card. But when I went to deliver the food to the customer and then I got the payout, I said, wait a minute, where's the $40 tip? I emailed Postmates. Oh, that went to the restaurant. The employees, that tip was to the restaurant live. And I could not, in that 1 week of doing Postmates, I said, no, no. After they did that to me, and I say that was how they stole that tip, I said, nope. And I had a whole bunch of pending tips. Tips never went through, never got paid those tips. They're crooks. But, I said, nope, no more. Uh, Let me tell you, the only reason why they give me bonuses is because people realize the bullshit, and and the reason why they gave you the bonus, because I do believe, Michelle, that they just started in the area that you started doing Postmates. See, when they got that let me tell you how it works, and this is the secret, because I've been told this. When a new area first opens up and they enter a market, the restaurants signed up. I ain't paid to drive. Let me tell you, when an area first opens up, all those restaurants, all those um, all those restaurants basically are given. Yeah, I'm talking about the area that. Well, anyway, I don't want to let me get to my point because I got to go because they got to close Chick-fil-A. So when they first open up in an area, the restaurants are given a deal where they tell them, okay, for the first 90 days or whatever, we're going to offer your customers who order from your restaurant free delivery in partnership with Postmates. So all these customers, they order from this particular restaurant, whatever restaurant, and they say, oh, I got free delivery, or they get a discount on the meal. So all these restaurants, people who order from Postmates, they get bonuses or a discount from the meal, and the restaurant get a little bonus. But once that promotion ends, everything goes right back up to whatever regular price. So a lot of people are like, wait a minute, I gotta now pay this price and this delivery fee when it was free when he first started. No, that was Postmates, and these restaurants have an agreement that they're supposed to market their services on their website to increase the company's business. And they give them a little discount from the customer's point and the restaurant point. But when that promotional ends, all of a sudden it's slow. You say, well, goddamn. So you have to know from a customer's point how much of a discount are you getting, and who are getting that discount. That's why Taco Bell or Taco Bell. Taco Bell got that thing where we giving away free tacos or whatever the hell that nasty Taco Bell is. They have a promotion, so that's why you get a lot of Taco Bell orders. Just like DoorDash. DoorDash had something going on in the Slack 3 summers ago with what's that thing? The Cheesecake Factory. The Cheesecake Factory had free delivery, too high $6 delivery fees, and then the price of the meal is jacked up too. So when Cheesecake Factory had that special, I made a killing. Saturday and Sundays when I did DoorDash 3 years ago, it was $5 for delivery plus the tips. And all those pickup orders from Cheesecake Factory all up in the mall, which was a headache because they had orders like this. It was every time you turn around, those managers and stuff were pissed. They said they would never do that again. They said they would never do that again. They would never partner with DoorDash or anybody else with no promotion on food delivery, especially in the summer. Plus tips and small order fees you can count, but most people may pick up your own food. Yeah. What? DeJour? Hey boy. It was DeJour Howard. If y'all ever know, he's on YouTube. It was his birthday. I forgot to tell him happy birthday. It was on Tuesday. He said Kroger took him to Six Flags for his birthday. I'm gonna have to call him. They must have gave him some free tickets. He didn't even call me and ask me if I wanted to go. I'm just kidding, DeJour. If you ever come up here, he will say, I know she didn't say that about me. People get sensitive. But DeJour, DAJOUR. Oh man, Postmates and Uber Eats now all charge order fees. Well, oh, that's good. Dang it, I should have got me some free tea. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna drink down this thing, tea, and get me some lemonade. Michelle, I miss going. Oops, it's 10:04. It's too late for me to go to the gym. I ain't gonna run in the pool. Time I get in the pool, take off my clothes, put on a bathing suit. It'll be time for me to get out the pool. So I'll do it tomorrow night. Yeah, but it gets to the point. It gets time to move on, and it gets time to move on. And when it's time to move on, that is it. It still got somebody here, so they ain't gonna be so quick. Oops, wait a minute. Let me get me some more to drink. Oh, watch this real quick, y'all. And it's just lemonade. All right, yeah, I'm back. What? What y'all talking about? Good night, Michelle. If you already left, Amy, what's she doing? Pretty girl rock. I tell you, I had to go to the bathroom. Well, I didn't say that. I said I had to get some more tea. I mean, lemonade. But anyways, so I don't know. Like I said, it gets to the point it's time to move on from these gig jobs, in my opinion. And the way I figure it, what's going on up there? People are going to. Well, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing. Let me tell you what I did rather. I went and tried to apply for a job at Pizza Hut as a delivery driver. You know, those damn bastards did not approve me. I was like, you know what? And it was the one up the street from my house. I said, you know what? Pizza Hut, I would never, ever, ever order from Pizza Hut ever in life. Never. And then someone else I knew applied for Pizza Hut. And they asked them, were they over the age of 8? No, were they over the age of 40? They said yes. And let me tell you, she said she was over. They asked her, was she over the age of 40? She said yes. And then all of a sudden, the thing stopped. So I think it was because of age. I couldn't believe it. They didn't tell me why they didn't approve me, but when my background check came out, it did show that I had like a moving violation, like from over 3 years ago. But that couldn't have been the reason. Age. So I said, you know what? I guess because I was over 40, they wouldn't hire me. There is no law against age discrimination. You know, everything else is like disability and what's the other one? Sex discrimination and things like that. But age is not one of them. At least I don't remember or recall. And then at the same time, the girl was acting a little bit funny acting. And I didn't have a good feeling. I said, you know what? She was too funny acting to me. So, but I did apply for Dominos like early in February, and I never went back. So I went to another Domino's today because I was going to go to pizza. I mean, I was going to go to Papa John's, but I bumped into the Domino's. So they told me they needed help in Tucker. So I'm gonna have to meet with the I don't want to do trip. They don't have too many Chinese delivery places in Georgia. Well, they surely did ask my friend if she was over 40 with Pizza Hut, and after that, that was it. So then I went to Domino's before I came here. So he wanted me to come up there tomorrow at 10:20 exactly for an interview. We ain't no interview. You know, they just wanted to go up there so they could give me the same paperwork and tell me to go to training on Saturday, which they'll pay you like $45 for from noon to 5. So I'm gonna apply at Domino's and work on the evenings and weekend. So because this part-time job I'm doing with the other company I'm working with, it ain't kicking it. I mean, I'm gonna still work with them. I'm gonna still work because you can make your own. As long as you complete the tickets and stuff with my convenience stores. But every Friday when I get paid, it's like, what? This is it, you know. And if it's just not cutting it. And I've been trying to make money through the mystery shops and the the survey.com and do you use to like what? Do you use to like living in Atlanta, baby? Yeah, they got Papa John's in Georgia. In '96, when I first moved to Atlanta, it was so much better. I mean, it was like I could leave one job and find another job like that. No problem. Like that. I used to live in Buckhead paying 600 something in a studio apartment. Now that same apartment is like $1,200 for a studio. No, it's not even that. It's $1,400 for a studio. The same apartment I used to live in for 7 years back in the '90s, late '90s. I lived in Smyrna, same gated community. Before I bought my house, I lived in Smyrna. The rent was 700 something. Now it's like 1,800 a month. I'm like, good grief. If it wasn't for me living in my house, paying $922 a month for that house, which hate to say that I'm behind, but I gotta deal with Wells Fargo tomorrow. But that's the only reason why that's why I'm gonna be work. That's why I'm gonna apply for a Pizza Hut, not Pizza Hut, Domino's or maybe Papa John's pizza delivery job for the weekends and evenings because at least you're getting paid all around the clock. If you're not delivering, they pay you $7.50 or $8 an hour. If you're out delivery, they pay you $5 plus the mileage going and coming back plus um, any tips. So it's similar to when I was doing what's that place I was telling you last year? What was the one? Panera Bread. You like Panera? And you make it committed to Panera, Teresa. You did it, not a bitch. I'll never forget that. That's the only reason why I didn't like working with them. Are you committed to Panera? That's how she sounded. This black girl. Are you committed to Panera? And that Russian from hell. Both of them were in the same store. I was like, hell no. After they fired Todd, the other manager, I said, I can't deal with y'all. Don't get me wrong. I did like working at Panera. I really did. I was thinking about that Airbnb. I'm thinking about that, but I don't know how many people want to live in Georgia. Who wants to stay in a house in Stone Mountain? The only attraction around there is Stone Mountain Park. Most people want to do Airbnb in Atlanta is to be closer to the downtown. And I was thinking about renting one of my rooms, but I can't. Every time I try to put an ad out and say I want to rent one of the rooms in my house, I keep getting hold of these people talking about, well, I want to move to Atlanta, but I ain't got no job yet. So can I just, move in, no sight unseen? I'm like, nope. And then they want to pay $200, $300 a month in rent. Really? Yeah, I leave at 4 o'clock. I've been there 10, 4 o'clock. It's time to go. I only supposed to work during the lunch, and that was it. Uh-oh. Chrome, man, what you saying? Oh, man, my computer's stuck. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not doing I ain't doing no renting in a room for people unknown, unseen. I'll rent it with someone I know. Well, no, that ain't even true because I knew coworker and let her stay for a week, and that was a disaster. Lazy ass. Yeah, they ain't got no home training, that's for sure. The only roommates I got is Mittens and Socks, the two kittens and the cats rather. They not kittens anymore, and they outside. So I haven't let them back in the house yet, but they don't go too far. They think they slick. Let me tell you about these two cats of mine. They know when I'm coming home, right? I pull up to the house. They across the street at the neighbor house. And then when they see me coming, they trying to run to the house like they never left. They do it, they slick. They do that when the neighbors, they be looking me. And then they see me coming, here they come. They dashing back to the house, to the door. I said, oh, no, y'all ain't even running back to the house now. I already saw y'all across the street. So they know when I'm coming, boy. But it's time for me to go. Because they had the last few people left over. But other than that, those kittens, boy, they think they slick. They probably wait for me right now. But where the hell is she at? It's time for us to eat dinner. So I know they're gonna be running up to the house. They probably across the street or somewhere, probably laying in the grass. Yep, socks and mittens. You know why I call them socks? Because one look had white, but he had socks on his feet. So the other one I just simply call mittens because he got that black and salt pepper, and he's smaller. Oh, it's cold in here. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all know what happened in regards to the Domino's. But purpose for me, tell me why you think why you ask me about pizza? I mean Papa John's. Cause I heard Papa John's they want you to make the pizzas and do everything and do the delivery driving. I ain't trying to do all that. Now I'll do that eventually, gradually, but I don't know. I'm just gonna do that little. If I get that job with the Pizza Hut place, I'm gonna I'm gonna wait because every time when you start one job, new job come, everybody start coming, start flowing, and then at the same time, it's a way for me to pay down my debt. It's a way of paying down my debt real easily. Ooh, it's freezing in here. All right, y'all. Let me go because everybody else is leaving. So I'm gonna close the laptop because my computer is stuck, and I don't know what's wrong with it. All right. Try them out if they don't work at Domino's. Yeah, I'm gonna see what you know. I don't know what happened with Pizza Hut. I don't know, but you can't say you need drivers and then at the same time you ask somebody about their age and then they say no. So, but I'm gonna try. I'll let y'all know. I'll be there tomorrow, so I'll find out tomorrow, and I'll let y'all know tonight what happens with that situation. And then I'm gonna also tomorrow list a bunch of apps that I had found out about making some extra money. And some of them is money, some of them are gift cards, but a lot of them is gift cards. Well, not a lot. I found one that actually pays you to take pictures of help wanted signs, and you could get an Amazon gift cards. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Bye, Crow Man. Purpose for me. Michelle. Pete. Pay to drive. Lynn. Who else on here? Who else I'm missing? I'm missing somebody. All right, let me close the thing before they throw me out. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.